YouTube family, what up, what up, what up? Happy Friday. So I want to start out with something. Let me check the lighting really quick. I don't know why. Let's see if that's better. Is it better just with, no, it's too dark. All right, we're gonna leave it like this. So YouTube family, what's going on? Happy Friday. We're back with another Friday Live Cold Call Roleplay. But before we jump in, I do want to start out with something really serious that I want to talk about. I think everybody, we all know what's going on in the world right now. And for those of you who don't know, I did post this on TikTok, right? And on TikTok, I probably have the most follower on TikTok right now versus all of my other social media. Have over 200,000 followers right now on TikTok. And I want to let you guys know that I do support Black Lives Matters. And I think, you know, we can all agree that whatever happens was absolutely unhuman, because no human would do that to another human being. And I'm all for, you know, Black Lives Matter, all for the protest, for all of that. But obviously, you know, I think there are people that are just not doing it the right way. Obviously, you know, tearing down our own city and, you know, basically stealing, robbing, hurting other innocent people and all of that. But I'm with you guys in on this, and I want you guys to understand that I am all in it with you. Black Lives Matter. Hashtag forever. So now, with that being pushed aside, and obviously justice to Floyd, justice to him. And I never really actually saw the actual video, and I actually saw the actual video. Absolutely, man, heartbreaking, and it's extremely hard to watch. Very, very hard to watch. But anyways, that aside, I just want you guys to understand that I'm all in it with you. And I think so many people touch base on it and talk about it already. But anyways, with that aside, let's go ahead and do our Friday Live Cold Call role play. Let's rock and roll. Friday Live Cold Call role play. So go ahead and punch in your phone number, you guys, and then we can get rocking and rolling. For those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, if you follow me on Instagram, you go check it out. My dear pet Bellis passed away yesterday. So yeah, I mean, we had him for about, you know, 16, 17 years. He's been with us through some really tough times way back when I was still living in the little shed. But anyways, let's rock and roll. Happy Friday, fam. Happy Friday. So go ahead and punch in your phone number. For those of you who don't know, every single Friday, I go live on YouTube where we do a Friday Live Cold Call role play where I actually get on the phone with you and then we role play back and forth. And then after we're done, I'll give you some tips, some feedback, some advice to help you improve your communication skill, your negotiating skill when you're talking to seller, whether you're taking incoming call or you're making cold call. The goal to the Friday Live Cold Call role play is to really help you, man, take your game to a whole nother level, right? Amp it up, turn you from an amateur eventually into a pro. So let's rock and roll now. Ooh. And I also want to say to everyone, thank you so much for all your love, all your support. And I will continue to produce content, giving values, and all of that. So thank you so much. I really appreciate all you guys' love. So let's rock and roll, yes. Let's go ahead and punch in your phone number so we can get rocking and rolling. Bonita, sorry for the loss. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. I mean, I posted on Instagram. Thank you so much for all you guys' love and giving back. But we all know that Bella's, in a better place now. So let's rock and roll. So let me go ahead and do this here. I'm going to do what I need to do. Hashtag Black Lives Matters. Love you all. So I need some phone number. Come on, you guys. Phone number, man. Without no phone number, we cannot do this. Ba-na-na-na. So let me see here. Okay, so I think I got someone here, so we can just go ahead and rock and roll. Happy Friday, you guys. Come on, man. Pump it up. I need those phone number. Pump it up, pump it up, pump it out. 208. So let me know if you guys can hear this, okay? You guys can hear that?
Hello?
Yeah, hi. I got a postcard about you guys who want to buy my property.
Oh, yes. Hi. How you doing? We work with the Christina Properties, and we, buy property as is condition. And we just call in to find out if you would be interested in the cash offer on your property.
Yes. So what do you got?
Okay. So do you have a little bit of time? I just need, how our company works. To just go over the information with you. Can I just get some information about the property? Can you help me out with that?
Okay, wait.
So
Wait. Hold on a second.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How did you get my phone number?
Oh, I got your phone number. We got a list of qualified property owners that we get those lists, and we call those owners and see if they would be interested in the cash offer in the property.
Okay.
Okay. So, are you looking to sell it?
Okay, bro. I'm gonna help you first, man. Mistake number one is when you answer the question. When you answer the questions, come back with another questions. Yes, I was given a list of qualified property owner to call to see if they have a house or a property that they're interested in selling. So do you? And then don't stop there. What happened to you, bro? Is you stop there. All right. Okay. So FYI. Yes. So what's your offer?
Well, how we work is that we have to assess the property first before we can give you a qualified offer. So I just need to get some little details about the property before we can move forward in that aspect. Do you mind if I get some information regarding the property so I see what we're working with here?
Okay. So what do you want to know?
Okay. Can you tell me how many bedrooms and how many bathrooms in the property and the square footage?
3 bedroom, 2 baths.
Okay. Any driveways?
Any driveway? Yes.
Like, do you have a driveway? Yes. Okay. And a backyard also?
Yes.
Okay. And let me just ask you, when the last time you did any recent update? The kitchen, bathroom, the roof, everything is in the original condition, or you did some upgrading?
I think I had a roof put in I would say about 10 years ago.
Okay. And the bathroom itself?
Bathroom is fine.
The bathroom is fine. Okay, that sounds good. And another question. I'm just curious. Why you're looking to sell?
You're the one who calls me saying you want to buy my property. I didn't call you.
Right. That's correct. I'm just asking to see if we do move forward. What's your next move after selling the property? So I just trying to get a little basis of where we at between me and you and our company, and so that's why I'm just asking that question.
Well, I mean, if I were to sell the property, then I would have to go buy another one.
Right. Okay. Correct. Sounds wonderful. Perfect. So, how much you looking to actually relinquish the property for? How much the price would say, if you would entertain an offer, how much would you like to walk away with on the property?
Well, as much as possible.
Well, as much as possible. Okay. Is there any loan on the property itself?
Yes, there is a mortgage on the property.
Okay. And how long you had ownership of the property?
Gosh, got to be over 20 years.
Oh, wow. Wow. You had some time there. Oh, wow. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right. What I want to do here is this. I just want to give you a brief analysis of how our company operates, how we work. Basically, we cover all the closing costs, real estate commission. We're not a real estate company. We work with investors that we purchase property as is condition. Sometimes we purchase a property, we hold it, or sometimes we might fix it up, make it HGG ready, and then probably put it back in the market. So that's how we work. So if we could come to a common ground agreement together, I remember that will work for you, that will work for us, or you're willing to move forward?
Yeah, I mean, if we can agree on the price, yeah, sure.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, do you mind if will you be available in say 5-10 minutes? I just got to take the information because I got information. You said there's 3-bedroom, 1 bath. We can change the roof about 10 years ago, and you're looking for the highest offer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna gather information with my team. We're gonna run the numbers on the property itself, and then I'll give you a call back in say 5 minutes or so, and we can go over what a price would work for you, that will work for us, and so we can move forward. Does that sound fair?
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay, and this is the best number to reach you at. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay. So, and by the way, I forgot to catch your name. What's your name again? I'm so sorry. So, because we just jumped right into the conversation. I forgot to take your name down. What's your name again? I'm so sorry.
Yes, Khang.
Khang. Okay, Khang, you're speaking to Kevin. So, one of them, you said you're going to be me or one of my partners, or more likely would be me. We'll call you back with a number that we think will be a right number that we think we could actually move forward to get this deal. And also, I forgot to mention that we close on a choice of your date, so we try to move as quickly as possible to get a date of your closing. Does that also sound fair for you too?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm in no rush.
Okay, no problem. So just give me about roughly between 5 to 8 minutes, and I'll give you a call back regarding what we discussed. And I really appreciate your time and effort that you give me your ear to listen to what I have to say. So, so hopefully we could be successful between this transaction, between me and you.
Okay, thank you. Bye.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful day.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so I guess I just spoke with Kevin. So you guys, from a scale of 0 to 10, how do you guys think Kevin did? So let's rock and roll. So how do you guys think Kevin did from a scale of 0 to 10? So right off the bat, you guys already know, like if you go back and you listen to the call, you will understand what I'm trying to say the whole time is that once you answer a question, you must come back with another question. And that question could be, do you understand? Does that make sense? Right? That can be a question, because if you don't, it's like, the seller will start asking you questions over and over again, right? And then what happened is the seller is taking control of the phone. So Kevin did a good job that he said, hey, I was given a list of qualified. I think, Kevin, what you need to do is you need to sound a little bit more smoother. It seems like you are, I don't know, reading a script, but it sounds very choppy. Right? It sounds very choppy. Okay, so that's a great question. I was actually given a list of qualified property owners to call, right, to see if they have a house or a property that they're interested in selling. You see that Kevin just stopped there. He just like stopped there. You should come back and then come back with a question and saying, so do you have a house or a property that you're interested or consider getting a free, no risk, no op. Yeah, I would consider. Fantastic. So may I get your name, right? So you start off, you didn't get a name. Obviously, there was no rapport building at the beginning, right? Kevin didn't build any rapport. Kevin didn't get the property address, right? He didn't get the property address, and didn't get the mortgage amount, right? He said, "Is there a mortgage?" Right? And the thing is, Kevin, keep your vocab simple. I don't know what you asked, but typically we said, "Hey, is there a mortgage that we need to pay off?" Right? Keep your language very, very simple that the seller can understand. And I said that yes, there's a mortgage. He never asked me, so how much is it? Also, too, is if you guys listen to the call where Kevin was kind of, I don't know what he said, but it kind of sounds like kind of very confusing. And then he was trying to like really sell himself. Like he was really trying to sell himself or his company too much. So we got okay, so let me see here, Kevin. So you got a 4, an 8, a 5, a 3, a 1. Overall, Kevin, on that comment, I would have to say that I'll probably have to give you a 2.5 to a 3, bro. Right? Didn't ask for the property address. You missed a lot of stuff at the beginning, building rapport, asking questions like, hey, if we get disconnected, is this the best phone number to call you back on? Yes. Is this happen to be your cell phone number? It's very, very important, you guys. You need to get that information. Now, some seller are not willing to give you their cell phone number, which is fine. Maybe after you build some rapport with them, maybe they will, but you want them to get their cell phone number. So what? So in case if this number doesn't work, you can text them. If they don't answer, you can text them, right? Very, very important that we can get their cell phone number. Because obviously we know people go around with their cell phone on them all the time, right? So we got to get that. Hold on a second. Instagram family, what up, what up? Swipe up, join me on this Friday live cold call role play, and let's go get that money. Who else want to jump on a call? Maybe your partner, punch in your partner's phone number. Or maybe I can cold call you, and I'll give you guys kind of how I kind of start off. Maybe we're going to do something a little bit different. So punch in your phone number. I am going to call you as I am the buyer, and you do what you're supposed to do as a seller. And then I'll give you guys somewhat of like kind of my intro, kind of how I talk. So if you want to jump on and do that, let's rock and roll. Yes, you also want to get the seller email as if possible. Get their emails, so obviously, so you can email them. Hold on a second. I got to reply and answer from my VAs really quick here. This is from Richard. Richards, I was calling about the property located, blah, 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 blah. Kong, I tried to ring Richard's phone and he answered just now. He might answer you now. Richard? Hey, Angeline, I don't have time to talk to him right now, but could you go ahead and text him back, or I don't know if you call him. Could you set another appointment for me? Let's just say 10:30. Say, hey, one of my team managers can call you back at about 10:30. Does that work for you? So lock in a time with me, 10:30. Sorry. We got a follow-up. So this is a follow-up lead. We've been trying to contact the seller for a while now, and then he just got back to us. So I got to jump. It's a pretty warm lead. Okay, so let's. Also too is Kevin toward the end, dude. Like there was really not like all you asked me was so what do you want to walk away with? But there was really no like you didn't really try to get a number from me at all. So that was your biggest weakness, Kevin, toward the end there. Oh, well, obviously, I don't think you gathered enough information on the repair, right? on repair the property. Hey, Con, what kind of repairs, updates, what kind of work does the property need? You got none of that information. And then toward the end, there was no like, hey, so Con, what do you think the property's worth? Or like, you know, what do you think house are selling for? What are you looking to sell the property for? Or what you looking to get for the property? Like none of that. And then you're like, hey, I got all the information. I'm gonna call you back in 5 to 10 minutes. To me, that's really weak. So, and then toward the end there, you should be more firm. Like get a more firm, be more firm, be more in control. So Kong, when I call you back in about 10 minutes or 30 minutes, I don't think 10 minutes it's long enough for you to do your research, but you know, like I typically call seller back if it's a super hot lead. I call them back within like an hour, you know. So that's what I told my VA to do. If it's hot lead, set it up for me, and I'll call them back within an hour. Okay, you need to be more in control and more confident, and toward the end, then say, hey, Con, when I call you back, if we both can agree on a price that works for you and for us, right? Are you ready to move forward to sell the property? To us, that's it. Their script is not complete, missing intro. Andy C, you're wrong. If you actually watched the video, some people don't watch the video, man. Some people just go through. Watch the video, Andy. I show you how to use the King Khang script, the same script. All you need to do is change the intro, and it turns into a cold call script. So many of you are overcomplicating. You think there's a cold call script, there's a pre-foreclosure script, there's a short sale script, there's a probate script. No, dude, my King Khang script is one script that does it all, right? And Andy, if you haven't joined my Facebook group, you should, because on there, I really pinned the video, how to use the King Khang script to actually cold call. It's very, very simple, man. All it is, hi, my name is Khang. I work for a group of investors. I'm calling to see if you have a house or a property that you're interested in selling or receive a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer. Oh, hey, I saw your ad here on Craigslist about you wanting to sell your property at 123 Main Street. I'm calling on behalf of our company that we're interested in making you a free, no risk, no obligation cash offer on the property. I'm not catching you at a good time. It's just the intro, man. All the questions, all the objections are exactly the same. So don't overcomplicate. OMG, he's not answering now. I will send him a text. See, this seller's hard to get a hold of. Okay. So who wants to jump on? Who wants to jump on? Okay, so whoever it is here, I'm going to call you, and I am the buyer. And for those of you who've been following me, you understand that when I call people, I don't represent myself as the buyer. I just as an employee. And dude, I tell you, it makes such a big difference. You try and let me know. When you talk to seller, just say that it makes such a big difference. Even if you deal with buyers, do not tell them you're decision makers. Always have partners involved. Please leave a message after the tone. Oh God. Punch in your phone number and I call you and it said, please leave a message on the phone. So let me try to call one more time. So I'm calling you, okay, just so everybody knows how I cold call. Maybe if you have somebody on Craigslist, please leave a message after. Okay, that number doesn't work. Okay, hey, if you have your mom, maybe your mama, your papa, your whoever it is, maybe a friend, a family member, maybe your partners, you want to punch in a phone number, and then I am going to call them. And then I'm just going to show you guys how I do my intro. And then after that, maybe I just hang up and act like it's the phone is disconnected, because obviously they're going to ask me more questions. So let's rock and roll. Come on, man. You guys need some phone number, man. We're going to play the game, man. We're going to need the phone number. Hello? Hello. So that number didn't work again. Gosh, man. So punch in your phone number if you want to jump on a live cold call role play with me. Let's go, man. We need some more content. Hello. Yeah, hi. My name is Kong, and I work for a real estate investment company, and I was calling to see if you have a house or a property that you might be interested in selling.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, okay, that's great. And who am I speaking with? Kevin, how's your day going? So far, so good. Now, Kevin, I'm catching you at a good time, right? You got a few minutes? Oh, fantastic. And Kevin, what's the property address that you're interested in selling? 123 Apple Street. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. And Kevin, in case you get disconnected, is this the best phone number to call you back on?
Yep.
Okay. And does this happen to be your cell phone?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Now, Kevin, basically my job is to gather all the information from you on the property, and then after that, I'll send over to our research team, and then my company can make you an offer. We typically can do that probably within the next 24 to 48 hours. Okay. Okay. Fantastic. Now, Kevin, beside getting the right price for this property, what is another reason that you would consider selling it?
We're tired of renters.
Oh, you're tired? Oh, it's currently rented right now?
Yeah.
And how long has it been rented for?
It's been rented for 5 years.
5 years now?
The new renter came in 2 years ago, and kind of tired of being the landlord already.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, so new renter came in about 2 years ago, and they haven't been such a good renter for you?
I mean, recently, with the current renter, they're not paying the rent.
Oh.
It's just kind of the burden's on me now, you know.
Yeah. No, I completely understand where you're coming from. We actually have some rentals on our I hear where you're coming from. So what is your plan then? I mean, obviously I know you want to sell it, but what happens if you are not able to get the price that you want?
Well, yeah. Are you asking what my plan is after I sell this house, or what my plan is how to get the right price?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so basically, Kevin, my question to you is: I understand that you're interested in selling this property. I understand that you don't want to be a landlord anymore. But I guess I'm just asking you is what happened if you don't get the right price for the property?
Well, I guess listing with the agent. I guess I don't know. Never really thought too much about it.
Gotcha. So basically, if you can't sell to an investor, you're just gonna list the property. Is that what it is?
Probably.
Probably. Okay.
Yeah.
Great. Well, Kevin, obviously, hopefully together we can come to something that's fair, that works for you and for us. Our goal is to see if we can help you out with this, and obviously, make the number make sense for you and make sense for us as well. Okay. Okay. So Kevin, now if we can agree on a price that works for you and for us, do you know roughly how soon are you looking to sell and close escrow on this?
Well, how fast can you close?
How fast can we close?
Yeah.
Well, you know what? We can close as fast as you want. We can close on the date of your choice. So is there a time frame that you are looking to sell it?
Maybe 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. So 2 weeks.
2 weeks to 4 weeks.
2 weeks to 4 weeks. Okay. So gotcha. Okay. So we're closing within the next 30 days, or I guess 30 days or sooner. Would that work for you then?
Sure.
Okay. And then that's it. And then after that, all I do is I'm going to go in. I just like Kevin. I'm going to do is I let Kevin say, hey, so tell me a little bit about the property, yada, 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 yada. Okay, yeah, okay, no problem. So we don't need to hang up. Hello? Yeah, you're calling?
Oh, sorry. I'm calling about a property that I believe. Oh, sorry. Can I start with?
Yes. Hello?
Hi, this is Kevin. Is this Kong?
Yes. Who's this?
Hello?
Hello? Yes.
Is this Kong?
Yes. Who's this?
Hey, Kong. Hey, Kong. This is Kevin. I'm a local real estate investor in this area, and this is kind of out of the blue, but I'm calling about a property that I believe you own on 123 Apple Street. I was wondering if you considered an offer on the property.
Yeah. I mean, so what do you got?
Yeah. Well, is this a good time? Am I catching you at a good time right now?
Well, make it fast. I got a few minutes.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, what we do, my name is Kevin. Like I said, I'm a real estate investor. What we do is we buy houses all cash, and we buy them in an as-is condition. So it's not just you take whatever you want, and you take whatever you don't want, and then we close pretty quickly on the escrow side. So and also you don't have to pay for any of the closing side. So if I understand. So can you tell me a little bit more about the property?
I just want to. Okay. How do you get my phone number?
Yeah. So I'm a real estate investor, and what we do is we look for properties that we are interested in buying, and we use third-party companies like Spokeo, White Pages, and REI Skip, and we try to get their contact information, and they look at our tax assessors numbers as well. So obviously, getting to know you, besides getting the right price for the property, obviously that works for you and me. Do you have another reason why you want to sell your house?
Well, okay. Now listen, I don't know how you got my info, whatever you just said, but I never put a sign in the front yard. How do you know that I was trying to sell my property or want to sell my property?
Well, we look at distressed properties that might need some fix, and that's kind of an indication of whether the seller is.
Okay, dude. Okay, Kevin, dude. I'm gonna help you out, man. So, Kevin, I'm gonna help you out, man. So I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna get some people on here. And you know what? I'm gonna keep you on the phone. So, everyone that's watching from a scale of 0 to 10, I mean, let's get Kevin some feedback. Okay, Kevin. I mean, you guys saw. Okay, dude. First thing you need to do, Kevin, is that you need to slow down. I would say you need to slow down a little bit. I would not say, dude, I would not say that we're looking to buy distressed property, dude. That is a major no, bro. Okay, we because you don't want to make the seller feels like you are like they're being targeted. I'm not in a distress. I'm not in a distress situation. Like like they're gonna put their guard up, man. Like that's the word that you don't want to use. You want them to always think that, hey, look, we are here to make you a fair and intelligent offer. We're here to pay you the most we can for the property, right? So like that's what they want is to get the most, right? To work with a company that give them a fair. Dude, so don't use the word distress. And then when I ask you about getting the phone number, dude, like don't say, well, we use a third party company, we use a script, blah 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 blah. Like none of that, bro. It's just it sounds too much of a I don't know if I'm using the right word, but predator. Like you're basically hunting for people in distress. So don't use that, man. I typically say, oh, Kevin, so that's a good question. So I was actually giving a list of qualified property owners to call to see if they have a house or a property they're interested in selling. So do you have a house or a property you're interested in selling? So when they ask you, well, where do you get the list? Oh, great question. Well, Kevin, unfortunately, I don't have access to that. That was actually given to me by my research department, but I can certainly get you an answer on that, okay? But in the meantime, I just want to ask you a few questions regarding the property so that way my company, all right, my company can give you a fair and intelligent offer. You see, dude, you got to slow down and then you got to speak up a little bit because you need to get a little bit more confident and more control of the phone, bro. And also too is when I asked you, so and the thing is, okay, so Kevin, thank you so much, bro. But I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna talk to everybody. Okay, watch. Okay, bro. Yeah, thank you. So do you guys see how at the beginning Kevin was trying to sell his like he was trying to sell himself too much? And do you guys listen to my conversation at the beginning? It was building rapport. It was talking to like normal. Kevin's trying to sell too much, dude. Like, listen, I don't give them the treat up front. I typically take them and then I'll give them a treat toward the end. That's when I start getting the price. Well, because that's when they're like, oh, whoa, you guys buy as is. Okay, great. I guess I can drop a little bit. I guess I can drop a little bit of money. You see, when you pitch, when you giving it all up front, you don't have anything else. Like you have no ammo left toward when it comes down to getting the price. Well, you already told me that, and that's the price I'm giving you because you already told me you buying as is, you paying all the closing costs. So I hope you guys see the difference in the intro of when I call Kevin, how I sound like, and then when I talk like does that make sense at all, you guys? If you want to go back and if you want to listen, you want to compare the two intro, and then you will see what I mean. So that's my tips to you, Kevin. Those are kind of the things that you don't want to talk about. You see, we can close quickly and all of that. You know, I typically like to ask the seller how soon they want to close. Right? And you guys heard that. I asked the seller how soon they want to close. Because some seller, man, they're willing to sell it at a discount, but they're not in a rush. So if they're not in a rush, I'm going to lock it up as much as I can. So 60 days. I lock it up. I've locked property up in a contract for 60 days, for 90 days, for 6 months. You got it. For 6 months. And still got a good deal. Still got a good deal on the property. It's all about how you talk, how you communicate, and how you negotiate. And also too is how do you, because some seller, their thing is not about rushing to sell it quickly, but maybe they just want to get, so basically solving their problem. Their problem is not to unload this quickly. Their problem is to, hey, I'm going to come in, I'm going to take care of the renter, I'm going to do all of that for you, I'm going to buy the property as is. Maybe that's all they're worried about. Is someone just willing to buy this as is? You know what I'm saying? I hope that makes sense, you guys, because the goal is we want to lock it up with the seller for as long as possible. And then when we find a buyer, is to close on it as quickly as possible. And then when the seller doesn't need to be a quick closing and you come off and say, hey, I can promising them, I can close in 2 weeks, I can close in 7 days. I'm just saying that you basically don't need to, you know, right? Like you don't need to because you don't have to. I don't know if that makes sense. But let's move on to the next caller. Does that make sense, you guys? Oh man, we're coming in a little weak today. Yes, the King Khang script is to make you sound not like a robotic, but basically to give you a blueprint, a layout of questions to ask the seller, objections, how to handle the seller objections. Your job is to become one with the script and make it your own, right? Be human. So let me see if I have any other question. Number. Oh, phone number. Let's rock and roll. Phone number, ma'am. I need phone number, man. So overall on that, bro, that's the intro. The call was not good, bro. Like it's like a 1, dude. So work on it, bro. And for those of you, if you don't want to waste your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you. King Khang. Let's go. Come on, man. Let's go. Ladies, we actually need some ladies on the call. Ladies, girls, can you punch in your phone number? please. We get a lot of guys. No. Okay, moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next one. Ladies, I really want, ladies, would you please punch in your phone number? We need some ladies on the phone, man. Lady, lady, lady. Me? Hello? Okay, right now. If you guys do like this and enjoy this, please show me some love. Smash the thumbs up if you don't mind. Hello? Yeah, I'm sorry, but you have to speak up a little bit. I can't hear you. Who's this?
Hi, this is from Latitude 14. How can I help you?
Yeah, I got a letter about you guys about, yeah, I got a letter you guys saying you guys want to buy my property here.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Okay, now what I'm hearing is that you got a letter from us saying we want to buy your property. Is that correct?
Yes, what's this all about?
Well, of course, see, we are local investors. We are looking to buy 3 to 5 more properties in the neighborhood. So do you have a property that you're interested in selling?
I mean, if the price is right, yes. I mean, anything is for sale, right?
Oh, of course, if the price is right. Ultimately, our goal is to come in an agreement with the price that will work for you and for us. And but before we go further, who am I speaking with today?
This is Kong.
Hi, Khan. How's your day going?
It's going fine. How's yours?
Well, say this much. I mean, with this pandemic, and I don't know if you've been following what's been happening around the world. I don't know what you feel about that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely 2020, a lot of things, been happening, but I think if we all stick together, I think everything is going to turn out just fine.
Yeah, definitely. I totally on the agreement with you on that. I mean, I feel so sorry about the whole situation, but I don't want to take too much of your time, Khan. Is this the best phone number to reach you back on?
Yes, it is.
Great, awesome. Again, thank you so much. And let me see here. So what I'm going to do is normally my job is to gather as much information regarding the property, so that way I can forward it to our research team, so that way they will get you a price hopefully that will work for you and for us. So do you have a few minutes to chat?
Yeah, well, I mean, make it quick. I mean, it's so the thing is on the letter, it said that you guys have an offer for me, so I just want to know what the offer is. That's all.
Well, that's great. Before we can give you an offer, we have to gather as much information regarding the property, so that we will give you a fair offer, and hopefully that number will be that will work for you and for us. So you have some time to share the chat for us.
Yeah. Well, I guess. So what do you need? So what do you need to know?
Okay, and maybe let's just start with the property address. Can I confirm with you the property address?
I mean, it's the same one. It's the same one that's on. It's the same one that's on the letter that you sent me.
Right, I totally understand. You see, we are looking to buy 2 to 3 more properties, and we do send out quite a bit of these postcards in the area of our interest, and that's why we're talking right now. So can you please confirm with me the property address so I can expedite the process?
So you guys sent a lot of these out?
Yeah, normally, because we do have some cash ready to deploy, so we do send out quite a bit of these postcards looking to see if there's a property owner there looking to sell their property. So do you have a property that you're interested in selling here now? And can you confirm the property address?
Yeah, it's the 123. It's the 123 Apple Streets. Are you guys saying? you're just gonna buy it as is, and you guys gonna, you're just gonna buy it as is, and it seems that you guys can close very quickly on it.
Oh yes, certainly. That is one of the benefits. If you decide to work with us, we do buy properties as is. But can you tell me more about the property? Maybe start with the basics, this, that, square feet, etc.
Well, I mean, you can find you can pretty much find all the information on like Zillow or something like that. I mean, it's all online.
Yes, I totally understand you, Count, but sometimes Zillow and all those other public information don't take into account some of the updates that the owner does update your property with. So I would rather have it here straight from you, so that way we can make this simple and update as far as we go. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, whatever you see on Zillow, that's probably what it is. It's pretty. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, and as far as yes, as far as in updating, I mean, everything works just fine. I mean, there's nothing wrong with the house. I've been living here for I've been living here. I've been living here for 15 years, and there's nothing wrong with the property.
So you all right? What I'm hearing is that you're occupying the property. You've been there for almost 15 years. So within the 15 years that you've lived in this place, in the last 5 years, you never done any updating.
Well, I mean, what do you mean as far as in like updating? I mean, that's gonna be really depend on the buyer. If you guys want to come in, you guys want to update it, you can. But to me, the house is fine. It has, it was painted outside 2 years ago. We painted, the inside probably about a year ago. We put down some new carpets. Like everything is fine.
Okay. Oh, perfect. I mean, that's if there's nothing wrong with the property, we could simply buy it straight as is condition. So let me ask you this. So, what we normally do as a company, as investors, we normally try to bring the property back into 2020 standards, and hopefully it's either we put it back on the market or we hold it as rentals. And so let me ask you this: what do you think your property is worth in today's market?
Well, I think it's worth as much as somebody's willing to buy for. So what are you guys willing to buy for?
Okay. Is there a market we need to pay out when we buy property?
No, it's free and clear.
Oh, perfect. Free and clear. Let me ask you this: do you know what the last tax value is for the property?
I don't have that. I don't have the information in front of me. I'll probably have to go get it.
Okay, that's fine. Totally fine with you. Now, let me share with you, Crown, a little bit about our company, offering some of the benefits that, of course, that you saw in the postcard. We do buy the property in its as-is condition, and if we are looking to be responsible for all the repairs needed, and I understand you told me that the property doesn't need much repair. Everything is all working fine. So if we could cover all your closing costs with all that, well, is there a number that you have in mind?
Well, I mean, you guys are the one that reached out to me and want to buy my property. I mean, plus you guys are the professional. So I'll leave that up to you. Just make me an offer. If the price sounds good, I'll let you know. If it's not, then I'll just continue to live in it. Listen, I'm not in any kind of situations that I need to sell the property. If you guys are looking for those kind of people, I'm not one of them.
Well, okay. Certainly understand that. Now, if we are to come into an agreement on the price that will work for you and for us, is there a time frame that you're looking to sell this property and force us for it?
No, okay. Now listen, like I said, I don't have a time frame. I don't need to sell the property, right? I'm not in a situation where I have to sell the property like some of the other people, all right? that you probably called on. I'm not one of those. All right. If the price is right, yes, I would sell. If it's not, I will continue to live in the property.
Oh, okay, I totally got you. I hope you understand. Because as an investment company, we really don't buy properties retail. Because obviously, if that was the case, we would have a lot to choose from in the current territory. But I know there's no reason for you to sell it if the price doesn't make sense. I just want to know that when we buy the property, we do hope to make some kind of gain. And also, in exchange, we are willing to provide you with a quick hassle-free sale. So hopefully, together, we can come into an agreement on something that's fair, that makes sense to you. And obviously, if you're not ready to sell, I mean, you can always put us in your back pocket. And then let me see here. So what I got here, Tom, I got all of the information needed. And obviously, I will go back to my purchase team and see whatever numbers that they're going to come up with. And then what's your availability here in the next 24 hours?
I mean, pretty much, yeah, pretty much anytime.
Okay, got you. So let me. So if we can come into agreement on a price count, then I'll give you a call back. Are you ready to give us the okay that the price will make sense for you and for us? Are you ready to sell to us? Is that correct?
Yeah, the price is right. Yes.
Definitely. So I'm gonna house 2 o'clock tomorrow, son. 2 p.m. tomorrow.
That's fine with me. That'll work.
Perfect. So I got all the information, Kang. I really appreciate your time. We'll crunch the numbers, and at 2 o'clock tomorrow, I'll call you up, and then we'll give you the offer. And I appreciate your time. Please take care out there with all this looting going on, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much. Bye.
All right.
So, all right, let's rock and roll. From a scale 0, okay, so let's do this really quick because I think we got somebody on a call. I want to call here. So from a scale 0 to 10, how do you guys think? I don't know who I just talked to. So I don't know who I just talked to. From a scale 0 to 10, how do you guys think he did? Punch it in. Scale 0 to 10, 0 being bad, 10 being good. Obviously, I was an unmotivated seller. I gave him all kinds of hardball. So I want to hear from you guys. How do you guys think he handled the phone call? We got an 8 and 9. That's it. Like two people want to play along. Come on, man. Shit. Scale 0 to 10. We got a 7, a 7, a 6, a 4. What else? Is that it? I don't know who I was just on the phone with, but overall, I probably give that. I would say I'm probably up into like an 8, 8.5. I would say 8 to 8.5. I think he handled the call pretty well. He handled the objections pretty well. Obviously, I was an unmotivated seller. So let me see. After listening to, we got a 7, 7.5, 7.5, a 7, a 6. So anyway, so that's my opinion. I would give that like an 8, 8.5. I think the way that he handled the objections really, really well. I don't know if he's been watching all the Friday Live cold call role play and he's been taking notes. But I can see that he's probably working off of the King Khang script really, really well. I think that he's able to take that script and blend it in and really becoming one with the script. Because I think he handled the objections pretty well, in my opinion. One thing that let me see here. One thing that I can point out is on that is I feel like you need to add a little bit of personality in your voice. It was pretty kind of like this, pretty flat, in my opinion. I mean, that might work for some seller, but for some seller, I think you have to kind of match the energy. If you know what I mean. It was kind of like this. I hope that makes sense. I think that you need to bounce it off. I think you need to go up and down like this a little bit. Like I'm sorry, you guys. My vocab is very limited, obviously, because I'm a high school dropout, very limited. So a lot of things like what I think in here, but it's hard for me to like, use the right word for it. But it's very dead. I guess dead tone. It was kind of like that. I think you got to put a little personality into that a little bit. And I also feel like you got to I think inflection in his inflection in voice. I don't even know what inflection means. I'm sorry. Okay, so let's go up with another call here because I think we got a gal that punching in her phone number. So I definitely want to make sure that I capture her before she gets off of this live stream. So let's call her. Because we got so much guys on here already. It's nice to have a girl jump on now and then, spice it up. Infection is tone for lack of better words. Yeah. Okay, that's it.
Hello.
Hello. Who's this?
Hi, good morning. This is Rob speaking. How can I help you?
Yeah, I actually I was driving by and I saw you guys there's I guess a banner sign about you guys buy houses, right?
Yes, we do. And where did you see the sign or which location?
I'm sorry, but I think it was I don't remember the streets, but I know I saw it as at an intersection next to the mall.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for informing me. And can I please get your first name?
Yeah, it's Kong.
Hi, Kong. How's your morning going?
So far so good. How's yours?
It's great. I'm looking at properties at the moment. And can I please get the property address that you are wanting to sell?
I'm sorry. I guess there's something in your phone. It's keep on clicking. I'm sorry, but I'm having a tough time hearing you with those clicks.
Oh, I apologize. Are you able to hear me clearly now?
Just a little bit, but yeah, it's 123 Apple Street.
123 Apple Street. Okay. And you said that you were interested in selling, correct? And how long have you been wanting to sell?
Yes. How long have I been wanting to sell?
Yeah.
Well, the renter just recently moved out of the property, so I was thinking, I either clean it up and re-rent it, or possibly sell it. And I was actually sell it. Probably could have listed the property, but I was driving and then I saw your sign and decided to give you guys a call and see and just kind of explore my options.
That is really great. It's always best to have as many options as possible. Yeah, and we can talk about the property and see what we can come to an agreement on, or even if this is the best choice for you, because like you said, I might not even be the best buyer for you, and if we discuss things and it doesn't turn out okay, you always have that option to list as well. But in regards to your property on 123 Apple Street, how long has it been vacant?
The renter just moved out about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, okay. And how long have you had the property in total?
Oh gosh, own it for like what, 15 years now.
15 years, wow! Congrats on that. That's a really long time. And with the property, have you always had it rented for those 15 years, or was this your primary residence at some point?
No, it has always been my rentals.
Rental, okay. And how do you enjoy being a landlord?
I enjoyed it up until 2 weeks ago when the renter just vacated and kind of left me kind of with a big mess.
Oh no! So did they their lease ended and then they just left prior to their lease ending, or what was the issue with that?
Yeah, I guess their lease is up and I guess they can't afford to renew it, so they just kind of took off.
Okay, and you said that they left you with a mess. Did they trash the property completely, or what kind of mess were you referring to?
Well, I guess there was there's a couple holes in the drywall, so obviously they left a bunch of garbage behind. Yeah, it's definitely it's quite a mess. I've been trying to clean up for the last couple of days already.
Oh, okay. Well, if we are able to come to an agreement, you wouldn't have to worry about any of that. We would take care of the mess and everything that's in there. So we would want to make this as easy of a transition for you as possible. Are you available to speak for a little bit, and can I get a little bit further information in regards to the condition of the property?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And so you said that you had it rented for the last 15 years. When was the last time that the roof was redone?
I think, well, I mean, we had I think we have a 30-year roof on it, so it probably still got a good, 10 or 15 years left.
So the last time that the roof was redone was prior to you moving in?
Right, yes, correct.
Okay. And how about the exterior of the property? When was the last time that was painted?
Probably 5 years ago.
5 years ago? Okay. And does the property have a detached or attached garage?
Attached. It's just there's a 2-car attached.
Okay. And how about the plumbing and your air conditioning? Like, what's going on with all of that?
The air conditioning is fine, but the plumbing, the electrical can probably, can probably use some work.
Okay, and by work, you just mean that it needs to get maintenance, or does it just need to be completely replaced?
Yeah, I think it'll probably gonna need a complete, it needs a complete work.
Oh, okay. That's no problem. So in regards to the property inside, what is the flooring like? Do you have tile or carpeting all throughout?
Carpet in the bedrooms and vinyl, yeah, and laminate and vinyl throughout.
Okay. And in regards to the paint on the inside, when was the last time that the property was painted?
Same time that we did the outside, so 5 years ago.
5 years ago, okay. And about the kitchens and the cabinets, was that done 5 years ago as well, or it hasn't been renovated? What does the kitchen look like?
Kitchen, yeah, kitchen and bathroom. It's probably gonna need some updating for sure.
Okay, and by updating, do you mean maybe just to replace the cabinet, or everything in those areas needs to be completely redone?
Probably everything.
Everything. Okay. So, also, if these things need to be done, what would be the number that you would suggest that if we were to go in, what's that amount that would need to be put into the property to make it up to current standards? Would it be, you think, around 5 to 10,000, 10 to 15, 15 to 20?
I mean, if I were to have to take a guess, I'm not a contractor now, so but if I have to take a guess, I probably would say about 10, 10 or 15.
$10,000 to $15,000. Okay. All right. And are you comfortable with me asking about how much do you owe on the property?
I mean, what does that have to do with the sale of the property?
Well, we just have to know. Let's say that we come to an agreement and you want to sell your property to us. When we're closing escrow, you're going to have to be able to pay off that mortgage that you have in place. So that's why I'm asking.
Yeah, I think I still owe about like 130 probably roughly about 100,000 on it.
100,000. Okay. And how much would you be wanting to walk away with? Let's say you come to an agreement. What do you want to walk away with in your pocket?
I'm not sure. I mean, that's why I call you guys, because I was hoping that you guys can make me an offer on it.
Okay. Well, my point is in discussing with you, I don't give offers over the phone right now. I would have to, after we discuss and I get all the information, go talk to my transactions coordinator, and I would have to call you back in an hour to be able to further discuss that number. But I just want to be able to have your needs met as well, so we should discuss exactly what you're looking for in order to walk away with. And how much would that be?
I mean, as of right now, gosh, you know, I really don't know.
Okay, that's not a problem. So typically what happens when we are opening escrow, we would have to pay off your existing mortgage, and you said that amount is at $100,000. So do you have any ideas of exactly what you want to do if you sell this property? Do you have any vacations you want to go on? Do you want to put it into investing? Do you have any idea of what you have planned for the rest of the year? Maybe we can discuss that and go from there.
Well, I mean, I'm probably thinking I'm gonna get out of the rental business, and whatever I can make from the property, probably just take that and just put it towards my house, and just so that way I can have a smaller mortgage.
Oh, so you currently have another property that you're residing in at the moment, correct? And you want to be able to pay that mortgage off?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. And what's that amount that you owe on the other mortgage?
Roughly about 50.
Roughly around $50,000.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I don't know if I'd be willing to come up to that price. But let's say we are able to put in an amount around that number in your pocket. What would happen next? What would be our next step?
I'm sorry, but I don't quite understand. I mean, like, if you guys can give me 50,000 as a walk away,
correct,
then I guess we got a deal. I'm not exactly sure what you mean, but yes.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. And I'm going to give you a call back in about 10 minutes. I'm going to talk to my transaction coordinators, run the numbers. Like I said, maybe this number might not work for us. We are acquiring different properties at the moment, but it's always an option. We're going to discuss this, and I will give you a call back. And if we come to terms, the next step would be me sending you a contract via email, and you would sign that. Does that sound like a plan?
Yeah, I mean, yes. That worked.
Okay. Well, I really appreciate you taking time today to speak to me, Tom, and I will get back to you shortly, okay?
Sure. And I'm sorry, what's your name?
My name is Love.
Love. Thank you, Love.
All right, Tom. Have a good day.
You too, bye.
Bye.
I don't know if I'm allowed to say that name. All right, girl. Lovey-dovey. All right, lovey-dovey. From a scale of 0 to 10, how do you guys think? How do you guys think she did? Let's go ahead. And this is going to be our last call. Obviously, you guys know that I was a very super motivated seller. I think the call could have gone a lot better. I think the call could have gone a lot better. But I'm going to give you guys my feedback after we get some of you guys play along. Scale 0 to 10, how do you guys think Lovey-dovey did? Lovey-dovey. We got an 8, a 7, a 9, an 8, a 7. Now listen, man, if you come across a seller that's motivated like that, and if you're not able to convert the leads, dude, man, She started out good, but a 6, 8.5, a 9, a 7, and 8. In my opinion, overall, that call, I'll probably give that call between a 5.5 to maybe pushing a 6. But I'm probably sticking around at 5.5. And let me tell you why. I think, I was a very motivated seller. This call should have ended up. This call should have ended up by, okay, so 150. So you're saying, so now I already give you guys kind of a tip at the beginning. Now I'm going to help you guys out, Love. I'm going to help you out toward the beginning or toward the end here. So Kong, you're saying that you owe. So what I do here is I'm going to run the numbers with the seller. So Kong, you're saying here is that you owe 100 on your property. Is that correct? Yes. And you want to walk away, 50,000. That will take care. That will obviously help you pay off your existing mortgage, right? So you're hoping to walk away with 50,000 in your pocket. Is that correct? Yeah. I mean, if I could get that, yes, that would be great. Okay. And then, Love, this is where I'm going to jump in, and then I'm going to start pitching. I'm going to start selling. So, Colin, let me share with you a little bit about, kind of what we do and what our company offer. I know that we buy properties like yours all the time. Do you guys see how I play as a third party? Because let me tell you why. Because when someone said, hey, when somebody goes and say how good they are, it doesn't, like, you're thinking, well, you're just trying to sell me. But if I say, well, let me tell you, kind of share with you what our company do, right? Now you're playing like you're a third party saying good for this company, but you have no relationship, like you don't, like there's no benefit to you in this company. Like, does that make sense? It's like calling into AT&T or Comcast and their employees say how good the company is. You would say, wow, yeah, you know what I mean? Like, you would take that much better than if you're talking to the actual owner and they're saying how good their company is. You're saying, well, you're just like the rest. You're just trying to sell me. Does that make sense? So I say, well, Love, let me tell you, Love, kind of what our company actually offer, okay? I work for, I would even say, I work for them quite, for X amount of years. One thing I know that they do is that they do buy the property in as-is conditions. So which means they'll, we're willing to take care of all the repairs, all the work. They understand that, the renter trashed the property. There's a lot of work needed to be done to the property. But rest in peace. Like, we will take care of all that for you. So if there's anything you want to take in the property, you can. If there's anything you don't, you can actually leave it. We will be the one that's going to take care of it. I know you're trying to clean the property up right now. The nice thing about selling us the property is you don't have to. You can stop what you're doing and we'll jump in. We'll take care of that for you. So with that being said, Love, what would, could you see yourself going any lower than a $50,000 walk away to you? So to me, toward the end there was really you didn't try to get the seller to come off on price at all, right? There was really you didn't really try to get the seller to come off on price. So I would say that, well, yeah, I mean, if you guys buy it as is, possibly, I can go a little bit lower. And then I would go ahead and jump in and say, well, how much lower then? And then see if I can get them to come off. And then I go into a next negotiating questions. Let me see here. I also do this. Let me see. I can actually have them have our company, there's a thing here that we can even offer to pay for all your closing costs. So now I make it seems to them like, hey, I'm basically, how you call in Comcast and they say, well, this is what I can do for you. But hold on a second. Hold on. I think I can do something even better for you. That's what I'm doing here. So, Love, you know what? I think there's something here that we can do better for you. We even can take care of all your closing costs and all the fees. And that's when what I mean? It's like, you're like, hey, I can do, one of those commercials, there's like, this costs $99.99, but if you buy it now, it's $77. But guess what? Hold on. I can make it even better. So that's kind of what you're doing here. but you're playing as you are just a third party that's working for a company, and you're helping them, eliminating, like taking all the costs and all the risk and all the headaches away from them. Does that make sense, you guys? Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. But dude, try it and let me know how it goes. Try and let me know how it goes, because I'm telling you, I do it and dang, dude, it works, and it works like a charm. All right, I think that's all the time that we got, and I appreciate you guys so much for jumping on live, watching. Please, if this video add any value to you, show me some love, some support. It really helps out the algorithm. Exit out the live chat if you're watching chat. Smash the thumbs up, comment below, and let me know what's the one takeaway on this Friday cold call role play. One takeaway. Yes, it does. I was very nervous. Love, you did great. You did good, but obviously I see there's lots of improvement, and hopefully that you can improve it and then be better on the next call. And a lot of times I want you guys to understand, the only thing that separates you from another investor, from you getting that deal, is how good of a communicator and how good of a negotiator you are. If you're not good, you're going to have a lot of trouble converting the leads into deals. And that's why I see why when people decided to make an investment into the King Khang script, they're afraid to make that investment, to pull that trigger, because you're seeing what you're losing. Well, I have to pay this much for the King Khang script, but you're not thinking about what you're going to gain from it. Man, one negotiating tips that I share with you in there, just one thing can get you a deal. So a lot of people are afraid to make the investment because you're looking at what you're losing. But I'm telling you, a lot of time what you're losing is you're losing on potential, on potential. Once you get so good at talking, negotiating with the seller, let's say that right now you have to talk to 500 people until you can get one deal. Well, what if I take that and reduce it to maybe you only need to talk to 100 people? And those of you said, hey, I talked to 100 people. What if I could take that and I make it you, and I reduce that to you only talk to 50 people? Do you see that your conversion rates gets a lot better? And for those of you who go out and meet with the seller, and that's how you lock up the deal under contract, and you've been doing that for years, I'm telling you, man, it's the new game. It's 2020. And with whatever it is going on right now, man, I'm telling you, the game is going to change. The world's going to change. People are going to understand. And more people that adjust and adapt to what's going on right now, where they're going to start to learn how to wholesale virtually, to lock the property up under contract over the phone. And it takes a certain skills to do that. Because when you're so used to go out meeting the seller, what if I can help you and get you to start locking you up under contract over the phone? And for the people that want you to go out and see the property, maybe that's something that you can add in as well. You're like, I'm going to continue to go out and look at property, but if I can lock it up over the phone and save me time and save me people, why not, man? And that's what I'm going to help you, man. Dude, the King Khang script, man, hands down, absolutely the best investment, I guarantee, that you ever made, if you're willing to execute. Okay. So if you want to check out the King Khang script, if you're ready to put in the work, the King Khang script is not magic. The link is right below. And right now, I told my web guy to change the promo code. We used to, I have my web guy to go ahead and add in the promo code. If you go to the website, if it's there, great. If it's not, punch in Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter. You get a 25% discount right now for that promo code. Black Lives Matters. And you guys know I stand behind that. So let me take a couple of questions, and then we're going to wrap this up. Mr. Khang provide more values than anyone else in the game. Oh, man. Thank you so much for the love and support and the kind word. I really appreciate it. But I do want to let you guys know there's so many people out there that are giving tons of value, massive amount of value. So I appreciate the kind word. But instead of saying would you go lower, would you also maybe say, is that the best you can do? You see, Jeff, the question, yes, the thing is, Jeff, it's not about saying is that the best you can do, it's that the lowest you go. But what you need to do is you need to have a reason why they need to come down on price. So for example, I would say, since we are going to take care of all the closing costs and all the fees, right? I'm going to take care of all the closing costs, all the fees for you. I'm sorry, our company is going to take care of all the closing costs, all the fees for you. There's no realtor commissions you have to worry about paying either. What is the absolute lowest you think that you'll be able to go on this for us, Khang? Watch. Okay, listen to how I say this again. So since we're all going to pay for all the closing costs and all the fees, there's no realtor commissions you have to worry about, Khang. What is the absolute lowest you think you can go for us, Khang? For us. And when you say that, man, and when you slow down on that, it makes it so much personal. Oh, for you, okay, for you, for you. Well, for you. You know what I mean? So those are the kind of those are the kind of wording that I use to really get sellers to come down on price, and I do it and it works. It's not something I read in the book. It's not something I watch on YouTube, but I actually did it and I worked, and that's why I share with you. And that's those are the kind of things, man, I put in the King Khang script. Love that promo code. Yes, Black Lives Matters is the promo code. If you guys want to check out the King Khang script or any of my other course or package right now, I'm doing that for a limited time offer. A link is right below. Go to WTMFam.com or wholesale2millions.com and check it out. When the seller keeps saying if the price is right, does that mean they are not motivated? Yes, Lamar, I think that's how you pronounce your name, Lamar. Majority of time when sellers say that, they are not motivated. 90-some% of the time they're not motivated. But sometimes they are somewhat, like, they're not super motivated, but they're reasonable. So when they're reasonable, you see, when you don't know how to negotiate and talk, like you won't be able to convert those leads into actual deals. And what I mean, Lamar, is that I have talked to seller that keep on saying, well, if the price is right, then I will sell. Right? They are not motivated, but they're reasonable. And then when I get down to them, and then I let them know, hey, if you list the property, you got to pay this commission, that closing cost, all that fees. Obviously with us, we hope that you can understand as a real estate investors or investment company, we do want to make some kind of a gain when we buy, but in exchange, we're willing to provide you with this hassle-free sale, take care of all the closing costs, buying the property as is, yada, yada, yada. And then I negotiate with them and I'm able to lock that deal up on a contract over the phone. They're not super motivated, but they're reasonable. But you gotta tell them why, right? And get them to understand why. And if they're reasonable, if they're not willing to go the other route, you can actually do a deal with them. Any other questions? Oh, I almost forgot this. For those of you who want to spend a day with me, I'm running another 2K web class. It's going to happen on June 13th, which is a Saturday, and where I spend a day with you on a web class like this, and I'll give you all the tools. I'll help you come up with a game plan and a strategies, a blueprint, a action blueprint for you to walk away with to either do that first deal or to scale your business up to the next level. So maybe for some of you, you've been a one-man, one-woman show, you have closed some deals, but you don't have systems, you don't have team in place. I'm going to help you put a system together like my systems that I'm doing right now. I have about 8 or 9 VAs that are running my whole entire wholesaling business. And I'm going to give you guys the whole entire system, because for you to get to the next level, you can't do this alone. If you want to stay small, if you want to continue making the same income you're making, then obviously be the one-man, one-woman show. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with being a one-man, one-woman show if you're okay with working 8, 9, 10 hours a day. But that's not what I want. When I first got into real estate, it's not just for the money, but it's also for the freedom. I was just so tired of working 10, 12, 13 hours a day, man. You know, and it took me a very, very long time to actually make my first hire. And that was probably one of my biggest mistakes, because I keep on thinking what I'm losing. I keep on thinking, okay, they're not going to be as good as me. They're going to lose out on opportunities, on deals. And, you know, I have to pay them health insurance. I got to pay all this. But I was completely wrong. I keep on thinking, and it's all mindset shift, man. And when I shift my mindset, and I said, well, I don't want to. You know, I focused on what was so important to me, that I'd rather make less, work less, than work a lot and make all the profit. But I was wrong. Once you start having system, have team in place, dude, the business is starting to pick up. Things like it's weird how it sounds, but when you have system, you have team in place. That's when you can grow, and that's when you can scale, because now you have time to focus on what's more important, the money-making tasks, to get your business to the next level. So now I work about 2 hours a day on my wholesaling biz. Before that, man, I was a one-man show. I was cranking out. I was working a lot of hours. And if you don't have team and system in place, basically, you know it, man. You know, you pretty much just create another job for yourself. Obviously, you're making more than your job, but it's just another job. So, and on that 2K web class, on that day, I'll give you all the tools, all the system. I'll give you everything that I have gathered and worked for the past 8 years. So the past 8 years, I put all the systems, everything all together. I'll walk you through, and I'll give you breakdown one by one. I'll give you a game plan of exactly what you need to do to have the same systems, to have the same program, the same company, from pulling seller motivated seller lists to take in, and then to break it down to which marketing list you should target, to what list you should pull, how you should find a cash buyer, how you should market the property, and how you're going to close the deal, how you put system and team in place where the leads comes in, and it just kind of flow down your pipeline. So if you are up and you are in on that, go to WTMfam.com and check out the 2K web class. I'll share with you exactly more detail, what's in it, who's it for, how much it costs, and all that. And if you want to sign up, I think we got a couple people sign up already. It's going to happen on June 13th. That's on a Saturday. I know a lot of you are going to ask me, how long is it going to be? It's kind of going to be like an all-day event, and there is no time frame. What I do want to know, because the goal is to give you what you came for and what you pay for, so there's really no time frame. My whole thing is to give you, to spend as much time as I need with you on that day, to make sure that you can walk away happy and satisfied and know exactly what you need to do to start closing that first deal, or to start closing multiple deals and scale your business up. Drew said I bought the King Khang Seller Script, and now I'm making $80K per month. Dude, are you for real, bro? Drew, are you for real, or are you pulling my legs? But I'm telling you, man, if that's for real, congrats, dude. That's absolutely incredible. When my business really started to took off and really started to change, is really when I actually know how to talk and negotiate with seller, and when I really put that on paper, because now I'm able to duplicate myself, right? I can take that script and I can hand it to any of my VAs, and they're able to do exactly what I'm doing. They qualify the leads, they lock down the leads, they sell the deal. So, dude, once I know how to talk to seller, man, it's been a huge game changer for me, because it's hard for you to scale if you don't know how to train your employee, and if your employee don't know how to do what you do. I'm playing with UConn, but it really helps though. Drew said, I'm playing with UConn, but it really helps. Man, thank you so much, man. I'm glad that you made the investment. I hope that you can really get that deal or scale your business up, man, because it did for me. Because I can take any average VAs from the Philippines, give them the script, and boom. And that's what it is. All of our VAs are girls. They're all in their 20s. They know nothing about real estate. They're in the Philippines, and they're doing it, man. So if my VAs can follow the King Khang script and can convert leads into deals, lock property up on a contract over the phone, there is no reason, no excuses for you to say, hey, I can't, and the King Khang script doesn't work, because it's proven it worked. The only thing that doesn't work is you, because maybe you have that get rich quick mindset. You think the script is like magic. Once you get it, you don't need to put in any work and the lead just comes to you. Well, that's wrong. Let me see here. Thank you for speaking up for the Black Lives Matter movement. Yes, I'm all for the movement, man. You know it, man. I'm all for the movement, man. I came from another country. I'm my minority, man. I know how it feels. I used to go to school and being picked on because I'm Asian. So I know, man. But yes, thank you so much. And I am 1000% supporting Black Lives Matter movement. And for those of you who don't know, man, majority of my followers, Black Lives Movement, man. You do what's right. Thank you so much. We support you. Thank you so much, man. And I even used that for my promo code. So there you go. I also went on my TikTok. I also changed my profile to the Black Fist. I did ask everyone on there that if I was allowed to use that, and everyone supported and said yes, Kong. Benita said badass VAs. Yes, the badass VAs dream team. If you guys need some badass VAs, check out the Wife VAs dream team. Her website is vasdreamteam.com, or you can check them out on Facebook as well. VAS Dream Team on Facebook as well. All right, anyways, you guys, thank you so much for your love, your support. I appreciate you guys so much. I really hope that this adds some value to your life and to your business today. Until next time, take care, go and crush it and make that money. Ciao.